Hello, good evening, my dears. Welcome back to our English class. How are you today, my dears? Hope all you are going on well. I think now you are very curious to know about the rest of the story of Raja, aren't you? Okay, before going to the climax of this story, let's rewind the previous events in the story. Are you ready? Okay, listen to me. Event number 1. Raja's grandfather was picking jasmine flowers from the jasmine bush. At that time, Raja shakes the sandalwood tree. Raindrops shower on him and his grandfather. Event number 2. Grandfather gets angry and runs after Raja. He stumbles and falls. Event number 3. Raja hides in the loft of the cowshed. He observes everything happening at home. Event number 4. People make various comments about Raja's disappearance. Grandfather gets angry with the people gathered there and asks them to search for Raja. Children, these are the major events that we went through in the previous classes. Children, now let's go to the next part of the story to know whether the people could find Raja or not. Okay, now you turn the page number 17. I will read the passage. You listen carefully and also you can read with me. At that moment, Uncle returned. He learned what was happening at home. He looked around and guessed where I was. He came to the cowshed and asked me to come down. I came down. Uncle took me into the house. Grandfather had just finished his prayer and turned. As he opened his eyes, he saw me standing before him. He took me up in his arms in joy, hugged me and said, "God heard my prayers and has given you back to us." Okay, my dears, did you get the idea of this passage? Oh, it's okay. I will give you the detailed explanation. You listen carefully. Okay, my dears, who came there at that moment? Yes, Raja's uncle came there at that moment. Uncle was not there when these problems happened there. So he understood what was happening there. Then he searched him and guessed. So he went to the cowshed. Did he see Raja there? Yes, he could see Raja. Where was Raja sitting? Yes, very good. Raja was sitting on the loft of the cowshed. Okay. When Raja's uncle saw him in the cowshed, he asked Raja to come down. Then what did Raja do? Yes, Raja came down from the loft of the cowshed. Then uncle took him to his house. In his house, grandfather was praying for his grandson. Then what happened there? Yes, when grandfather just finished his prayer and opened his eyes, then he saw Raja standing in front of him. Then what was the reaction of grandfather? Yes, grandfather became very happy. He couldn't control his happiness. He took him up in his arms in joy and hugged him by saying that God heard my prayer and has given you back to us. Okay, children, what do you mean by joy? Joy means a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. Then, what do you mean by hug? Hug means to put your arms around a person and hold him tightly to show that you love him. Okay, my dears, what did Raja say to his grandfather when he returned home? Yes, definitely he would say sorry. Children, you should also say sorry if you are ever make such a problems in your home. Okay, my dears, thus the story ends here. I hope all of you enjoyed this story. In the last class, I had given an activity for you. Did you all complete it? Okay, very good. Now let's check your answer. Turn page number 22 and 23. Children, please listen to the question once more. Activity 3. Look at the illustrations from this story. What are the characters doing here? Here, the first one is given for you. Look at this picture. What is grandfather doing? Yes, very good. Grandfather is picking the flowers. Here in this bracket, the verb is pick. Then we add ing form of this verb. So, grandfather is picking the flowers. Okay? Listen to the second question. Raja is dash the tree. Here in bracket, the verb is shake. Then what will we do? Yes, we have to add ing to this verb. Then how will we write the sentence? Yes, Raja is shaking the tree. Okay, then look at the third sentence. Raja is dash at his grandfather. The verb laugh is given here in the bracket. Then how will you write this sentence? Yes, very good. Raja is laughing at his grandfather. Okay, then listen to the fourth picture. Grandfather dash to God. Here in the bracket, the verb is pray. Then how will you write this sentence? Yes, grandfather is praying to God. Okay, then listen to the last picture. Raja dash in the loft of the cowshed. In the bracket, the verb is hide. How will you write this sentence? Raja is hiding in the loft of the cowshed. Okay, my dears, listen to these sentences. Here, all the actions are going on at the time of speaking. So, we can say these sentences are represented by present progressive tense or present continuous tense. Okay, students, let's listen. What is present continuous or present progressive tense? The actions going on at the time of speaking are called present continuous or present progressive tense. The structure of this tense is subject plus is or are or am plus ing form of verb. Children, you have to listen some points. If the subject is singular, that is he, she, it, Mohan, Sita, etc., you have to write subject plus is plus ing form of verb. Then if the subject is plural, that is you, we, they, Mohan and Sita, etc., you have to write subject plus are plus ing form of verb. Then when the subject is I, we have to use only am, that is subject plus am plus ing form of verb. Look at these examples. They are playing football. Here in this sentence, the subject is they, that is the plural. So we have to use are as the helping verb. Then ing form of verb play is playing. Then the object football. Then another example, she is dancing. Here the subject she. It is singular. So we have to use is. Then the ing form of verb is dancing. Okay, listen to the next example. We are going to school. Here we is the plural subject, so we use are as helping verb. Then the verb is go. ing form of verb is going. We are going to school. Then look at the another example. I am singing a film song. Here the subject is I. In present continuous tense, when the subject is I, we have to use am as the helping verb. So here I am singing. ing form of sing is singing a film song. Okay, my dears, hope you understood this tense form. Okay, dears, are you ready to do another activity? Okay, very good. Now you turn your text page number 20. Children, did you see an activity here? Yes, activity 2. Let's read the question. Look at the pictures given below and fill in the boxes suitably. Now all of you look at the first picture. Here Raja is shaking the sandalwood tree. Then what did grandfather say? Yes, hey crazy boy, I will teach you a lesson. At that time, what did Raja say? Students, you just imagine and write in the box. Likewise, you have to complete the rest of it. Now is the time to wind up today's class. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you.